Another week, the spring break's here, and I'm here with our host, Anthony Iliopoulos, doing another 10 minutes with Anthony. Uh, so, what's up, Anthony?
Are you interviewing me with it looks like almost a bloody shirt? Is that blood on that shirt?
Oh, that's right. This is actually from the scene we filmed, the fight scene with the Mangrove Man with you and a Carrie. So that's the shirt that I still haven't pulled out from my truck.
Not to give too much away of the movie, but I mean there was blood and Mangrove Man and stuff. But I guess you have to do that because it's very windy where we're at here today.
Yes, that's right. The movie is, by the way, probably extra R-rated for extra violence. Okay, the question of this week would be, you might have noticed I'm kind of talking a little bit in a weird way because I'm a little bit sick. What's your take on being sick and working out and, adjusting diet? Or workout, rest. What do you do usually when you get sick?
I think when you're sick and you're contagious of some sort, it's probably a selfish thing to go to the gym and work out because you could probably infect other people touching the weights and coughing and everything. But I mean, a big thing with training and growing is the rest part, and you're already causing distress in your body by working out. Being sick is just gonna add to that distress, and I think working out will probably make it even longer for you to recover. So I know we all want to be hardcore and we don't want to miss gym time, and everything, but especially as you get older, you want to be smarter with things. And it's better if you're sick, shut things down, get your rest, get plenty of fluids. And it's also nice that you're not contaminating other people. So,
what do you think about, you've been living in the Key West for a while now, and it's kind of actually really hard to get sick down here. It's pretty rare because we have high humidity, and it's always warm and nice weather, so everybody's outside. Nobody's like congregating inside and spreading the viruses. So do you get sick often or not really?
No, very rarely. And I tell you, I think a big reason that I don't get sick, I eat a healthy diet, but very rarely do I eat, and I don't want to say
meat. Is it meat?
No, I don't want to say anything bad about restaurants, but I very rarely eat in restaurants. So, I don't know if guys are sick preparing my food or whatever. I don't really eat in wet restaurants that much, and I wash my hands quite often, and I think that that's helped me a lot through the years. Many years ago when I had little kids, I think I got sick, just being around them. I think they're kind of carriers, but I wash my hands, always after using public restrooms. I do handle meat, feeding my dogs, and and I have a job that where I deliver packages. I'm a courier, so who knows who's been touching those packages, where those packages come from. So I try to keep my hands out of my face, touching my eyes. I definitely don't put my fingers in my mouth. I don't lick my fingers or anything like that. And I kind of handle my own food, prepare my own food. So I think that you never know. People are sick. You go to a restaurant. Maybe it's not the cook, but maybe it's the server. She touches your plate, whatever. I think that's I live in as you see, where it's a constant summertime, minus a few degrees here. So there's none of that flu thing here, and we're also kind of isolated. We're on an island, so things aren't really. There's not a lot of transient here. So, I see a lot of these guys. They do these videos and they're talking in their car, and it's just very uninteresting to me. Who wants to? A guy's driving in his car, he's talking to you. One of the things we try to do with this channel is we try to give you different locations around here every every week we shoot in a different location. You know, there's so many different things to see. Here we're actually out on rocks in the water. We're off of Smathers Beach. You probably see it behind us, I guess. And it's kind of a weird walk to walk out here. You got to watch what you're doing. I took some pictures out here once. I always thought this would be a good place to take some good bodybuilding pictures. I took some pictures out here once, I think. But so earlier you mentioned spring break.
We're from South Carolina. Go Gamecocks! You know, always repping Cox by 90. That's what we say.
Years ago, we're talking in the 80s, South Carolina played pretty good college football, and they had a quarterback, I think, as their announcer now, Todd Ellis. And there was a guy by the name of Tommy Chaikin that got really involved in steroids back then. Sports Illustrated, the guy's name was Tommy Chaikin, and he said one of the stories he told was he ordered a pizza, and the pizza delivery guy came to his house and he grabbed him, or came to his dorm, he grabbed him, threw him on the ground, and put a shotgun to his head. It's crazy, you know. And they played at the time. At the end of the year, they played the University of Miami when Miami was really good. They had Michael Irvin and all that, and they played this game on ESPN. It was a Saturday night game, and they lost the game, and it was a close game, but the game had to be stopped several times because it was just massive brawls. I mean, these guys were fighting back and forth.
Right, so speaking of steroids, the bodybuilding and steroids, what's that all about?
In the United States of America, it's a third degree or class 3 offense, you know, a felony. You'll do prison time. It's kind of crazy, though, because they have these, you know, you can do prison time for them, but they have these wellness clinics, you know, where guys go for low testosterone or whatever. It's okay.
As long as you get a prescription from a doctor, you're fine. That goes for marijuana as well.
Yeah, so, and I can only imagine the stuff when they start legalizing marijuana nationally, the stuff they're going to put in the marijuana, you know.
So back to the movie, Five Men. We already talked about the character Mangrove Man. Actually, when we started to develop the character, you actually came up with the standalone movie called Mangrove Man. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Not too much.
Yes, Mangrove Man was instead of the traditional guy with special forces, army guy and everything, we decided to not have that. Mangrove Man was actually a scientist, food developer for a major cereal company. And he was kind of into a lot of this Indian mysticism and roots and mushrooms and things like that, and he was privy to a formula he came up with, and he put it in a cereal that they had called Mangrove Munch. And the cereal, however, was highly addictive. The corporation was going to kill Mangrove Man. That's how the baseline of the character.
Okay, can we talk a little bit about another movie we've been thinking of, which includes a doll?
Right, Jimmy's Mind. Yeah, that's one we're gonna do, and we're gonna do that different. Rather than film the whole thing and put it out there, we're gonna film it piece by piece. So we film a part, edit it, do that, put it out there. You guys take it in. You ready for the next episode? We hit you with the next episode. We're going to do it by episode rather than shoot the whole thing. I don't know how in detail you want me to get with the plot, but
this was actually pretty cool. I would just add that it's going to be also shot in a bit different way. We're not going to use many extras or other people in the movie. It's going to be mostly Anthony and his kind of point of view.
All my schizophrenic personalities.
Exactly. The guy is going to play many different characters.
Right.
And yeah,
I just hope I hope when it's all said and done, I hope I remember what my original character is in everyday life. I don't get too lost into the character, which might be another movie.
and a kind of interesting fact, when we're shooting like a 5-man, Anthony actually voiceovers also several characters, and so he voices Dean's brother James. How was that?
Yeah, so a lot of times if I see these guys, when I see them that I've done voiceovers for, I'll talk to them in their voiceover, and it kind of freaks them out. The one, the "What's up? Come on, bitch." That was one, right?
That was one, yes, and the other one, the James.
What's up, broski?
Yes.
I use that voice. I actually talk to my dogs in that voice, and where I get that from was the Alice Cooper song, "Feed Your Frankenstein," where he, I know you're hungry. I used to say that to them when it was time for them to eat, and they'd start going crazy and going to they knew it was time to eat. Just be
Yeah, I know this song. I like it. I like that CD. So this was 10 minutes with Anthony from Smothers Beach. Bye bye.